Here we are by the river. Well, I don't want to spoiler too much because we're going to pass by the river also later. There's a lot to see. There's a lot of buildings to point out. But something that I want you to realize is that in the river Seine we have not one, two islands. Okay, so we have Ile Saint Louis and Ile de la Cité. Okay, so the City Island and Saint Louis Island. So there are two small islands, so which took shape throughout the centuries, thanks to the flowing of the river and all the pieces of stones that were brought by the river. That is pretty wide, you can see. Okay, so you can see the first island here. This is where we're going to take our Seine River cruise tomorrow evening, and which is Saint Louis, and we're going to Ile de la Cité, which is the biggest, where the Cathedral of Notre Dame is standing. So did you know that the main church is standing on an island? Did you realize ever? So if you look at the map, so you're gonna see it. You don't really realize because there's a few meters of bridge in between the land and the island, but it's actually surrounded by the river, which goes two ways and then rejoins in the end. Notre Dame is also thought to be the very center of Paris, the most ancient center, because when I'm talking about these two islands that got to be in the river, I'm talking about ages ago, okay, not like 20 years ago. It's something that took shape kind of more than 1,000 years ago. So when the first people established in Paris, they thought that being on an island surrounded by the water would have been a great advantage in terms of like comfort, like source of life. I remind you, the water, how useful it is. They used to have energy and they used to work with mills. So in this case, water mills. So the stream of the river helped them a lot. And also they had a natural defense around them, all the water, okay? So the first people established here. That's why Notre Dame is considered the most ancient and old point in Paris and the very city center. Also because if you look at a map of Paris, it is divided in what we call arrondissements, okay, which are kind of districts, okay? So this is district number 1, arrondissement number 1. But they go up to, I don't remember how many, for sure up to 14, 15, maybe more. I don't remember. Our guide will tell us better later. So this is what I was meaning when I said the Paris vibes, okay? Because we are in a huge city, along the traffic, and still you see small artisans and vendors on the banks of the river selling their own works, prints, watercolors. On the other side you have also the most popular souvenirs, so you get the best of both. Exactly there on the right, you can read Vedette du Pont Neuf. That's where we're taking our cruise tomorrow. Tomorrow night after dinner. It's gonna be a night cruise, like 8:30, something like that. So I'll remind you tonight. But be careful because by the river, nighttime, like 9 p.m., there's still light. So hopefully we'll enjoy a fantastic sunset. Let's see if it gets clearer. But don't forget to have a little scarf, a jumpsuit, and a wind jacket because it's getting very humid and very windy. So especially if you want to stay outside to take pictures and videos, remember to be properly dressed.
I love it. That music.
Yeah.
These cars getting out of front.
America is this kind of fairy tale castle looking building. It's the Conciergerie, which is famous for being a 5-star prison for a very important person, which is Marie Antoinette, which is this is where she spent her last days before what we all know. I heard a joke once which was the best from a guide from here. I don't remember his name, but he said, you know, all of these people in Paris during the French Revolution, they all rest in pieces. I'm still